So I've been using Starlink to trade with, and I thought I'd do a quick speed test on how it performs on a cloudy day like this in rural UK, England, and also do one on a sunny day if we ever get one. And yeah, we'll compare the two. All right, now that we're inside, we're going to run a couple of tests to see how the Starlink performs. So one of the tests I'll be running will be on my laptop, which is a MSI Raider 18-inch, and it has a killer Wi-Fi 7, and I'll be connecting to the Starlink router using a Cat6 shielded FTP patch lead, and it's about 2 meters in length. And the other test I'll be running using my iPhone 15 Pro, and I'll just be using the normal Wi-Fi. And I'm only about 50 centimeters which is about 20 inches away from the router, literally within arm's length. So yeah, let's run these tests and find out how they perform. All right, now that we've run the tests on a cloudy and a sunny day, I'm going to put that on the screen for you to have a look at. I'm also going to post the test that I did using my iPhone based on the specs that I mentioned earlier. And of course, the speeds on a sunny day is incredible. But a side note is that's probably one of the fastest speeds I've logged on Starlink. Typically, you're looking at around 200 megabytes per second. And of course, on a cloudy day, I think given the speed, it's doing pretty okay. Of course, the issue here is this going to be reliable enough to trade on? I have been trading on it. I've had some connection drops, more so recently than the past few months. But I'm going to share my screen quickly and just walk you through how you can dig a bit deeper into your Dash Trader logs and get an idea of what your ping times are to the Dash servers, if that's what you're using. If you're using another platform, then you might need to do a bit of independent research just to see how you can get access to the system logs, just to see what your ping rates are. So when you're on Dash Trader and the main app page, you go into trade, and under trade you've got trade log and event log. If you click on event log, it will open up a window like this, which tells you what your what your app has been trying to do. It's been loads up, it gets something set up, and it tries to connect itself to the code server, but it also gives you some ping sort of results. And so I'll share the table on the screen for you, and as you can see that it's tried to connect or attempt pings about 10 times to each of the servers. So it has two servers, one on the .NET and one on the .org, and it's been able to connect successfully each time, but the mean latency of these 10 pings that it's tried to do is somewhere between 93 and 94 milliseconds. So is that good? So I conversed with ChatGPT and I did a bit more of reading on it, and it seems like it's okay. It's not ideal. Ideally, you'd want to be having a fiber connection, which I haven't done a test with yet. So I'm going to go to someone's house who's got fiber, who I can try to connect and run the same test using their fiber connection and see what the ping speeds are for DAS. Ideally, given that fact that I'm also based in the UK, so the distance between the UK servers and the New York servers, it's going to all add up. Of course, if you're in the States and if you're closer to New York where the servers are located, you're going to get a lower ping rate. Is this going to affect my trading? I think it would, especially on a very volatile stock where you get a lot of data coming through, and the fact that I'm looking at that data, it might have an impact. Again, the rate of change is so fast that I'm not sure how quickly one can interpret that. I think I would have been concerned if it was closer to a second, because then a second is enough for me to be able to see something before or after someone else on level 2, and that could affect the trading decision that you make, whether you want to buy or sell position. So for instance, let's say a big buyer appears on the level 2. If I'm seeing that a second or two later than someone else which has got a better connection, of course I'm going to be it's going to take longer for me to react to that price or to that bit of information than someone who's got a faster internet. But all in all, this is my overview of what's been like using Starlink. I think it's been fairly stable, and given that I can't really get anything faster than 70 megabytes on the connection to the landline, and with latencies of up to like 600 milliseconds or more for upload and download, I think Starlink is my best bet. Another thing to bear in mind is that when I'm running the test using Starlink and using Starlink's own app, Starlink will measure the latency between the dish, the satellite, and their Starlink backend. So they might be using their own service to do that. But whereas if you use something like speedtest.net, it will use an external server and it will naturally find the one closest to me. So here it's trying to connect to a server in London. I'm outside of London, about 60, 70 miles outside of London. And so inevitably you're not going to get 100% accurate speed test here, because if you really want to do a side-by-side comparison between the iPhone and my laptop, then you need to bear that in mind. The other thing is I'm also using obviously a Cat6 cable, which is a lot faster, and the network card that I've got on my laptop is also a lot stronger than and more performant than a Wi-Fi one that's on my iPhone. So those are the other aspects to bear in mind. But ultimately, if you're considering using Starlink to trade with, yes, it's doable, and I've been doing it, but you just got to bear in mind that you might want to have a backup handy just in case you run into issues, or for some reason you get an outage which is longer than a second or two. I hope you enjoyed that video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. I'd like to hear what your speed tests are like, or if you can share your ping times for me if you're using DAS or any other trading platform, just so that we get a better, it helps the community, and we also get a better sense of what it's like using different types of connections. But yeah, I'll catch you guys later.